Right, you are. This is only a really quick one today. We're quickly going to get to the beach, see the sunrise. Oh, it's a lemon. It makes you go, woo. Okay, trying to do two things at once, never probably a good idea. Oh, I was about to do a shake. We've already shaked. Can't just drink this. Get the little fennel seeds down. Fennel seeds are supposed to be really good for women. Done. Ooh. Okay, bit of water, wash that down. All right, let's do a bit of a shake anyway. Bring, 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 bring. Calling Debbie Sue, and Debbie Sue says, twist and shout like you did last summer. Twist, 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 shout, 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 twist and shout. And I say, shake, 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 shake your body, shake your booty, shake, shake, shake. Okay, we're shaking. Oh, right. Debbie Sue, how you going? I saw a like before I saw a view, and I'm like, who likes my videos before they even see me live? And I'm like, it's got to be one of my friends. Shake it up, babe. Okay, no shake it up anymore. Car just warmed up. No time for talking. No time for talking, Debbie Sue. We gotta go. This is a bonus live stream this morning. Normally on a Tuesday morning for me in Australia, I would be going to Pilates, but Pilates is not on. Unfortunately, my Pilates teacher is going to a funeral today. Sadly. Mental note to self, send her a message. And plus I need to go to work early this morning by half an hour, so I really don't have a lot of time, but I really want to see the sunrise, and I don't know if I'm going to see a sunrise, so fingers crossed sunrise, right, Debbie Sue? How are you, Debbie Sue? I saw the tag for me, but this morning, always in the morning, well, not always, this morning I have to do my meditation. I did my meditation, and then I started to scroll, and the voice of reason lying next to me, Diego, said, you're not supposed to be scrolling, remember? You said no scrolling in the morning, get straight to your things. And when he said that, I saw my tag for your video. I went, okay, that's true. And this is the thing, right? Even though Debbie Sue is one of my lovely friends here, you know, it can wait, right? Even though she's tagged me in something, it can wait. Things can wait. Put yourself first in the morning, get your routine going, get your things going. So that is what I'm doing this morning. I am practicing what I'm preaching. Not really, I'm not preaching anything. I don't know what I'm preaching. But that just tells you I am committed to trying to get myself together. Plus, I am trying to not stress, as in like get to the beach, run late for work, and be running home, trying to shove food in my mouth, get dressed, get changed, have a shower. You know, there's a routine there somewhere. But you know what I'm saying. I'm trying not to rush. So that's why this morning I'm like, no small talk. Let's just get to the beach. Get to the beach, Dora. Drink your drink too. So, yeah, if you have a morning routine, I'm sure it doesn't involve scrolling on your phone, because if you do scroll on your phone, you will be there for like another half an hour, sometimes an hour. We've all been there, right? Okay, I'm at the light, so this is my opportunity to drink this, because I plan to get going straight away. Now, I'm looking at the beach. I think it's cloudy. I feel like it's been ages since I've seen those beautiful, crisp sunrises out from, above the ocean, over the water, oranges and pinks. Yeah, I'm craving one of those. We are, well, it's the 30th of June today, Tuesday morning, 6:30 in the morning in Southeast Queensland, if you're new here. Meet my friend Debbie Sue, who's in the chat, Simply Debbie Sue. If you don't know Simply Debbie Sue, take an opportunity to have a chat with her and say hello. I'm sure she's having a chat with you anyway. To the left of me, there must have been a car accident or something because there's a tow truck about to do a U-turn. There's a whole lot of police. I don't know what's going on. And an ambulance. But the car looks fine. It's on the side of the road. It doesn't look like there's another car involved either. So I don't know what happened there. Hopefully whoever's involved is okay. I always do that when I drive past an accident or an ambulance comes past me or a fire truck comes by me or a police truck comes by, police car. I always kind of go, give a little prayer and hope that whoever's involved is okay or will be okay, right? Okay, we're just doing a roundabout, going around the roundabout. We might see a sunrise, we might not. I don't know. It's 6:31. I haven't been looking at exactly what time the sunrise is at the moment. I'm just getting down here, right? Don't waste time, just get down here. Okay, I was supposed to drink this. Okay. Show you where I am. Ooh, okay. Hello? Okay. Let's turn the car off. Let me just drink the rest of this first. So I don't plan to come back to the car. I'm going to go straight walking. Because we haven't got time. You know what? I'll come back and drink the rest of that. See, look at Dora. She's like committed. She's got to get out there. She's got to get out there. Woo! She's cold. She's cold. Nah, she's not that cold, Dora. Come on. Calm down. It's not that cold. Or is it? Oh, yeah. It did rain a couple of hours ago. Oh, look, we've got the yogis on the beach. The yogis on the beach. So this is Southeast Queensland, a place called Redcliffe. Oh. And don't know what's going on here. But you know what? We're going to still walk. We're going to keep on walking. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put my jumper on up properly. Whew. Put my jumper on. I'm going to zip it up. It's a little cold, okay? You guys sit and then watch that for a second. And even though it's not like happy birthday, Exploradora. Oh, is it my birthday? Every day is your birthday, right? Even though the sun is just about to rise, I'm still going to do my jumping for joy now. So when I do my jumping for joy, I always think about what I'm grateful for. So how about you think about what you're grateful for? Oh, wrong way. So here comes the sun, guys. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Hey, Susan! How you going, Susan? And we have Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Daniel Williams, how you going? Asha Vlogs, where are you? I'm in Australia. Maria said, oh, is it Maria? It says something, happy birthday. It's Sweetheart. That's a nice name. Okay, guys, we're going to see the sunrise. Oh, it's happy birthday to It's Sweetheart. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, It's Sweetheart. We're about to see the sunrise in Southeast Queensland. I did say I would start walking, but let's just take in this moment for a couple of seconds. What's a couple of seconds, right? Good morning, Susan. Andrew! Hey, Andrew. How you going, mate? How are ya? How are you, Andrew? And Asha says, I'm from India. Namaste. No sun here. It hasn't stopped raining for over 150 mils of rain. Wow, Susan, that's a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. It started yesterday, just before my members live, and it hasn't stopped. Right. It's a lot. You've liked and subscribed. Oh, well, thank you. Well, thanks. Hopefully I'll see you again one day. You check out my channel, hopefully, and check out some of my videos. I do love live streaming, but I am here to do long form vlogs. My last vlog is about a trip to Singapore. So if you're interested in that, I have been to India. I will one day make a video of India. India was a place that definitely challenges you and moves you in more ways than many. It's a melting pot of craziness. The smells, the sound, the people, the many people. India is a fantastic country. I absolutely love Indian food. And Indian food in India is wow. Can I just say? Who's a fan of Indian food, actually? Love to know who's a fan of Indian food. It's not supposed to stop till the weekend. Oh my gosh, Susan, that's a lot. Andrew, you're a fan of Indian? Yeah. So in Scotland, have you got some? Well, England actually. I know you're not in England, but England is quite well known for Indian food. I've never tried Indian food in UK. Personally say that, but a lot of my UK friends say that Indian food is amazing in UK, and this is probably going to make the Indian person very, very upset when I say this, but the UK people do curry with chips. I've never tried it personally. Susan, have you tried curry with chips? Curry sauce with chips? Is this something they do in the UK? I know in India they don't do it. And as I said, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I personally have never tried curry with chips, but it seems to be a very popular thing in England. So in Scotland, since you're like the next kind of state over, is that popular also? It just sounds really weird. Wow, guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I might actually get my sunrise that I've been wanting and craving for weeks. Weeks. Chicken curry and chips banging. Stephen says chicken curry and chips are banging. Okay, so are you from the UK, Stephen, by chance? Okay, so Susan says yes, Dora. I've tried curry with a side of chips in the UK or in Australia, Susan. Okay, Stephen is from England. And I'm sure the person from India has just gone, yeah, I'm out of here. So, guys, can I ask you, if you want to share, what are you grateful for today? I know it's the end of the day for a lot of you guys, and it's the start of the morning for Susan and I in Australia. And, that's a good time to, reflect. But I'd love to know, it doesn't matter what time of the day we should be grateful. Are you on Instagram? Yeah, same name. Exactly the same name. Exploradora80. My bio is a link to my Instagram. Are you on Instagram too, Asha? Actually, on my Instagram, I've got some stuff on India, but it'll be buried under other stuff. Hey, Tina, how you going, Tina? Tina, just in time for sunrise, mate. So, Tina, it'll be sunset for you guys, but this is sunrise here in Australia. And you're just about to see the sun go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Here it comes. Here it comes. I love this moment, and I'm going to just shut up for a second. And I think I'm going to have to do another jumping for joy in a second because I love this moment. This is when I feel so alive. Not that I don't feel alive any other time, but I just feel like there's so much hope when you see a sunrise. Like yesterday's stresses and worries are gone. I woke up this morning and it's a beautiful thing to be waking up. Many people didn't wake up. And look at this. We get to see this splendid, beautiful gift from Mother Nature peering above an island in front of us. And I'm just like, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Ganesh. Thank you, my angels. I've got so many beautiful angels above me. And I know, they're looking down at me going, oh, Dora. Or in my dad's case, he'd be saying, oh, Moody. And Mum, if you're watching this, good morning, Mum. How cold is up at, I bet you where my mum lives up the mountains, it is freezing cold. She'll be sitting by actually, I think she'd still be in bed, to be honest, watching this. Good morning, sunrise. Sorry, guys, I'm not really looking at the chat. I can't help it, but I'm looking right at the sun. First thing in the morning, they say that you should get some sun on your face because it's really good for you. It sets your circadian rhythm. I'm not even saying that right. Circadian? Yes, circadian rhythm, your 24-hour bloody clock. You know how a lot of people don't sleep very well? Debbie Sue. Look, there's other reasons why people don't sleep very well. I'm just generalizing. But a lot of young people spend a lot of time on their screens at night time, playing computer games, and then they can't get back to sleep, and then they can't get up in the morning. What they say is that you should turn your screen off 2 hours before you go to bed. And then first thing in the morning, don't look at your phone, get out and get some sun on your face. So what's Dora doing? She's getting some sun on her face. All right, let's do another jumping for joy, because we can. Oh. And I'm putting my hands up in the air again because we're always grateful. Okay, try that one more time. All right, let's walk. Let's walk. Let's walk. Let's walk. So welcome in, guys. Hey, Matt, how you going? First jump was a warm-up. Yes, exactly right, Tina. See, I am on a bit of a slope. If you can see this, there's a bit of a slope. So it does make it harder to jump. So if you're new here, good morning. It is morning here in southeast Queensland. I'm 30 minutes away from Brisbane and the sun has just rose. And I didn't think I'd get a sunrise this morning, guys. I should have had a bit more faith, shouldn't I? I should have had a bit more faith. So we're doing a quick walk. I actually have to get home earlier today and get myself going to work earlier, half an hour early. Every fortnight on a Tuesday, I start half an hour early just to do some extra work with a client. And normally I'm not here. I'm normally at Pilates. and I go straight from Pilates to work. I get changed in the car. I scoff down breakfast in the car. But this morning, I decided that I needed to see the sunrise. Just needed to do it. And it paid off, guys. It paid off. The yogis are on the beach. They're all meditating or watching the sunrise. I just went behind a cloud. There's something special about sunrises and sunsets, I gotta say. Because I think the opposite of a sunset, when you see the sun dipping into the ocean or behind the clouds or a mountain or something like that, it's like, okay, today's amazingness has been amazing. It's time to say goodbye and good night, and we'll see you on the other side. Or today's worries and stress go behind the cloud or behind the mountain. Let's go to bed. And then hopefully tomorrow morning, hopefully, we wake up and, we'll get a new chance of a day. And I'm always going to point out the men's club, which is a group of guys. It's called the men's walking club. They walk on a Tuesday morning and a Thursday morning here in southeast Queensland in Redcliffe. And men traditionally suffer a lot of mental health. The stats on mental health here in Australia, I can only talk about Australia, is quite horrific on the amount of men that decide they don't want to be here anymore. Traditionally, and I'm generalising, guys, that guys are not as forthcoming as women. Women will have a chat. Like, for example, I will share with Susan in the chat. I'll send her a message and say, hey, this happened today, not wonderful. Well, Susan will say the same, this happened today, not amazing. And then you share your burden, right? But guys traditionally don't do that. And guys don't seem to have a lot of friends. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the guys I know. But I think a lot of, women in the chat will probably agree that their partners in their life or their friends or their guys don't seem to share. We know they have issues. Everyone has their share of things that are going on in their life. But guys seem to bottle them up. And that's not a great thing, because when you bottle things up, it's just not great, right? So the men's club was started from those reasons, that men don't have a huge lot of, friends. Guys don't tend to talk much. Guys don't tend to look after themselves much as women. So they do this walking club twice a week. Men of any, shapes or sizes all join in by themselves, and then they all walk together. So there might be different patches of guys walking, but some guys will walk as threes, but no man walks alone, basically. So different speeds of people. Some people walk really fast, so people will walk with them. Someone that walks really slow, someone will walk with them. So I think there's something really beautiful about that, no man walks alone. So I think it brings me a lot of comfort seeing guys walk together, because I don't want anyone to feel unloved or have no friends. And it signifies something really beautiful, that a whole lot of random men can get together, and they might not solve the world's problems on their walks, but that's not the point, right? It's about making some friends, and maybe they feel confident to talk to one of those guys, walk, or maybe dredge up a friendship, meet up outside of the walk, and help each other. I just think that's really nice. So sorry guys, I'm not that much active in the chat today because I'm trying to motor. Like I said, I've got to be home half an hour before I normally am. So this is just a short walk to get my body moving. Because, I walk for many reasons. I walk for my own mental health. I walk for my health. I walk because if I didn't walk, I'd be on the phone scrolling. And, I don't think that's a good thing. There's a time and a place for scrolling. But personally for me, first thing in the morning, not a good idea for me. So yesterday morning when we walked through here, there was a whole lot of seagrass and it's still here, naturally. This is not a normal thing. Normally we can walk right down to the point, to Lavender's Rock, but not this morning. And I said yesterday I wasn't going to walk through there because I can't actually see what I'm standing on. So let's just flip around. Someone's under 12 on YouTube? Yeah, I heard that the government are actually putting in major rules now. So I know a lot of my friends here aren't from Australia, but Susan and I, being Australian, there's a big push. Our government, and look, I'm kind of behind it actually, that, if you're under 16, you shouldn't be on YouTube, you shouldn't be on social media, you shouldn't be on Facebook, Snapchat, all the things. Basically, they're banning it. And the government put a big fine in for companies like Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, that if they are not putting big security measures in to stop young people from joining or, coming back on if they're under 16, there's like $1 million fine, like millions of dollar fines. So Australia following UK, I believe the UK are similar, that I think actually the UK have actually got stronger rules. I don't know. I heard something the other day about it. But yeah, a lot of us in this chat are older than 40. So we grew up not in the era of social media. We grew up in the era of riding bikes, playing on the street, not getting into too much trouble sometimes. But, we had to improvise. We didn't have little phones and computer games to play with. And I'm sure the young people in the chat are going, oh, you poor old people. You know what? I say the opposite. I say amazing. I loved my childhood. And I actually think I commend our governments for doing what they're doing. Is it too late? Well, there's never a right time, right? And I know for the young people that have already had social media, it does suck, I can imagine. Because let's face it, right, us adults over 40, if you took away our right to have YouTube and social media right now, we'd be having dummy fits, wouldn't we? How dare you? But I get the deeper reasoning behind it, is that, young people's brains aren't completely fully developed. And the amount of stuff that you can see on YouTube and Facebook, let's face it, the amount of boobs and tits that you can see on Instagram, I don't think that's really good for a young person to be watching. Get a magazine like back in the olden days. That is so bad, Dora. Slap, slap. My channel's not really for under 16s, gonna be honest. But I don't tick the box that says for under 6, for adults only. Because I don't really have to now, because I don't really attract a 16-year-olds and younger crowd. Definitely not a gamer. Hey, Mum. Mum is there. I didn't have a computer or phone either. And I bet we all had an amazing childhood, right? I mean, there has to be a correlation between, I can't even say that word properly, correlation between phones, social media, and mental health, right? I don't know about you guys, but when I was in school, yeah, that long ago, you know, we weren't talking about mental health. Yes, there were people that did suffer a bit of depression, but nothing like it is today, guys. Nothing. So I tend to think, oh, wow, look at that. That's beautiful. Children should be allowed to be children, right? Susan's added in the Lifeline phone number. Oh, you just finished your Alaska. Oh, you know what, Mum? I haven't even drank. I haven't finished it. I'll have that for breakfast, actually. Thanks for the reminder, Mum. So Mum and I, on the weekend, caught up with my niece and we had a laksa. We were talking about Indian food before, but has anyone tried laksa? Laksa traditionally, I believe, comes from Malaysia. My mum is Indonesian, but my mum is a big foodie like me. That's where I get it from. Thanks, Mum. Actually, no, I thank you, Mum, for that. I like to be a foodie. We had a beautiful seafood laksa on Sunday, but I managed to eat all the seafood out of mine and I left the sauce, but I took the sauce home. So I think I'm going to have laksa for breakfast. Oh, I've got a bit of steamed rice too. Laksa and steamed rice. And I might actually chuck some eggs in there too. That'd be nice. So, guys, just talking about Lifeline, because I'm probably not going to have enough time. Actually, no, I am going to have time. I am going to have time. I'm going to do my push-ups and my squats and my sit-ups, my triceps again this morning. I know I did it yesterday. Actually, you should have a rest day, Dora, just saying. No, you should let your body rest in between. So we're not going to do it this morning. So that's my opportunity to also talk about mental health, because I was just talking about that men's walk club that are now coming back towards me. They do 5K walk in the morning. I ran into yesterday Esther's husband. And I've talked about how Esther's husband, obviously the trauma of losing your wife to, I can't say the word. Unfortunately, apparently that word is blocked. And if you say the word, you can get in trouble. You know the word I'm talking about anyway, guys. Okay. So he has been obviously traumatized from what's happened with his wife. He's now a widow. And I've been sharing with you that he's going through some stuff at the moment too. And I keep an eye on him. But he also drops into my work. He does similar kind of work to I do. And he drops into my work. And I saw him yesterday. I said, how are you going? And he goes, not really good. He's got some kind of health things that he needs to sort out. But anyway, he's going to attention that. He's going to go to the doctors. But he was saying to me, and this is interesting, guys. He goes, hey, are you doing that walk this year? And I said, which walk are you talking about? Because, could he be talking about the 30K walk I do for mental health? Is it the 9K walk for Lifeline? And it occurred to me, I thought, he must be talking about the 9K walk for Lifeline for mental health, because we did that walk together last year. So I said, are you talking about the walk we did together? He goes, yeah. Okay, do you want to do it again this year? And he goes, yes, I would. And I said, oh, unfortunately, I'm going to be in Zanzibar when that is on. That is World, I can't even say the word, starts with S, Awareness Day. It's a world one where everywhere in the world, you don't celebrate it, but it's a day to reflect on our friends that have passed or family that have passed. And, I guess even people that have suffered mental health themselves and, that have got through it. It's a day to remember that, they've got this far. And it's a day that in Australia, if you join a Lifeline, it's a free thing here in Australia. It's a challenge where, not a challenge, but it's kind of just like in memory, you can do a 9K walk. So 9 kilometres, I don't know what is in miles, but why it's 9Ks is because 63 people, an average, a week here in Australia, decide they don't want to be here. And that divided by 7 days, 63 is 9. So it represents 9 people a day, obviously one of them being Esther. And I had talked about, ever since this has happened with Esther, I have started doing these charity walks in memory of my friend Esther and in memory of what happened to her. And, you know, I think it's good to get behind a cause. I know my mum used to do a lot of door knocking and raising funds for hearts because found a heart foundation because mum actually had a triple bypass probably over 10 years ago now. And mum has done extremely well adapting to, having a bypass. And she's grateful that she's okay and she's still solo living on a farm at 76 years old. So she used to raise funds. She doesn't do it anymore. But mum gets behind that. And that makes sense, right? Because she's had heart issues. I lost, a beautiful friend, Esther, to this. And so that is my I guess my organisations that, I want to support. And yeah, so anyway, last year, I always tell Mark when I'm doing the walk and ask him if he wants to come. Sometimes I hear from him, sometimes he doesn't, reply, and that's okay. I don't expect him to reply. And then I dragged, Diego to do it with me. I've dragged my friend Katrinka to do it with me. I've walked it by myself sometimes. And last year, he replied and said, yes, I'll do it with you. And we walked 9 kilometres down here on the beach. And we didn't just talk about Esther, we talked about life. But, I think it was really nice that he actually wanted to support the cause this year. And the fact that he asked me about it. So I said to him, I'm doing it. I'll be doing it from the beach in Zanzibar. And I said that I'll remind you beforehand if you want to join up to the Lifeline thing. And all it means is that you are going to try to actively raise funds on your, however you do it. I don't do it on YouTube. I just do it in my personal world on Facebook. Now what time is it? 7:02. Hey, we've got good time. We've got good time. I'm really glad Debbie Sue too. I just thought that was, that was interesting that he asked me about it this time. Like I said, you don't force these things on people. All right, I can take my beanie off. Let's look at the sun now. Woohoo! Look at that sun, guys. That is so beautiful. So nice. So nice. Thanks, Susan, for sharing Lifeline again. Lifeline do amazing service. It's a 24/7 service where you can ring, you can text, and you can talk to someone on the other end. They're not there to solve your problems. They're just there to listen. And then there's also Beyond Blue. Beyond Blue is the organisation that I raise funds for when I do the 30K walk on the beach, which I decided not to do this year for my own mental health, which I'm proud of myself for not doing. But I'll probably do that again next year. I have all hopes that next year will not be as crazy as this year. And I have faith that they won't be as crazy as next year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that one next year. So I hope to, who I hope to actually rope into doing that one? is Diego. I would like him to do that walk with me next year. I need 2 people as a minimum. And then there's also a men's line. I did not know that actually that existed, Susan. Wow. So there is a men's line, Australia, a 1-800 number for confidential support. That's interesting. That's really good. So you're sort of saying, like, you know, there is no such thing as a women's line because they know that women will call and they will talk to their friends and they will talk to anyone possible about their mental health. Generalising, I guess, you know, not everyone does that. But it's a bit of the stats here in Australia show that the men is on an increase. So that's why in Australia they're putting a lot more funding and awareness into men, and I guess that's where that hotline comes from, and I think that's a great thing. And like I said, that walking club that I see walking through here, they all wear the same colour shirts. They're a bit further up. There's more of them up here. Yeah, I think that's really a great initiative to get men walking and talking. It's not even about talking about the issue at hand. It's just get them talking. Sometimes that's all they need is someone to just, have a chat and talk about something completely different to what they're dealing with in their real world. And, maybe in some weird way, that's what I do on this phone. I hold the phone up. I walk along the beach on the other side of the world for a lot of you guys. Even for my mum, my mum lives an hour and a bit away from the beach. She gets to wake up and see this beach. She doesn't get to do that. Gives her a different perspective, right? And like from my friend Debbie Sue, she doesn't live near the beach. So she gets to listen to the sounds of the ocean through my droning voice. Oh, what's happened, Susan? Our outdoor garden setting just blew off the veranda. I think I'm going to go. The storm is getting a lot worse and animals are freaking out. Oh no, Susan. Oh gosh, guys. Susan from High Country Homestead lives in the Alpine region of Victoria. So 2 states away, down south from me. Her weather is completely different to mine. And it's been raining for 24 hours, quite heavy. And apparently it's not going to stop till the end of the week. And she's just saying that the outdoor setting just blew off the veranda. So please be careful, Susan. She's obviously gone now, but we worry about her animals, her cows, her chickens, little Jasper and the cats. I'm sure Jasper is rugged up in front of the fireplace with not a care in the world, where Susan is out there trying to drag in the outdoor setting, I'm sure. Hey, Tom Space. It looks chilly. Well, I'm barefoot. It's actually not bad. There's a beautiful sun behind me that's warming me up. It is winter here in southeast Queensland, or in Australia. Middle of winter. We just had our winter solstice last Sunday. So technically, it's supposed to be the shortest day of the year. But I believe, and I kind of know from living here, July is our coldest month here in southeast Queensland. We don't get much cold, I'm going to be honest. Considering I'm walking around with no shoes on at the beach. But July will get a little bit more windier. So it'll get a little colder. So yes, trust me, Dora will complain. Okay, so if you guys see, I don't kind of shove cameras in people's faces, but there's a whole lot of red. That is the men's walk club that I was talking about. Just guys getting together, single guys, married guys, divorced guys, old guys, young guys, any age guys, all walking. They don't have to be friends, they just walk together. They do 5 kilometres together on a Tuesday and a Thursday morning. I believe they have to, buy a membership, and they all get a beautiful red shirt to symbolise that, they're all in the men's walk club. And no man walks alone, they all walk together. So obviously there's always someone at the end, and they're always walking together. So even if, you're walking by yourself, they would put, someone else would just, come up and say, hey, well, let's walk together today. What's your name? That conversation's not easy to do for many people. Obviously, I love a chat, and I'd probably talk to a rock if I could. But, not everyone, especially men, are that forthcoming. Oh, actually, there's another group coming back down this end. Now, I'm just mindful of the time. It's 7:11. 7:11. And we have someone new to the chat. We've got Deborah Wynn or something. Good morning, friend. Where is this location? This is southeast Queensland, a place called Redcliffe in Australia. That haven't caught my accent. The sun just rose. I'm just going to walk to this stormwater track and then back to my car. I'm only doing a short walk this morning because I have to start work early. Sometimes if we're lucky, we see the pelicans on the other side. Oh, here we go, guys. Here comes a pelican now. Oh my gosh. Guys, look at that. That is a pelican. Okay, guess who's going to get sidetracked for like the next 10 minutes? Calling my friend Deb. Bring, 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 bring. Calling Deb. Deb Warwick. The pelicans have come. The pelicans have come. My gosh, guys, I couldn't even, set that up if I tried, guys. I am obsessed with the pelicans. Obsessed. I not obsessed that I'm going to chase them. Obsessed that, I just love to observe them. Okay, that big ass piece of driftwood is still there from yesterday. All right, so we don't get too close to Mr. Pelican. So Mr. Pelican is sussing out the pigeons. Hey, Pelican. Oh, he just did a poop. And he just shaked his tail. Shake your tail, feather. Shake your tail, feather. Oh, I love the way they walk, guys. Hi, Pawana. We're in southeast Queensland here, a place called Redcliffe, and we have a beautiful wildlife spotting of a beautiful pelican. Did you see it fly in? That was so cool. Hey, Shanster! Shannon, hello. Good afternoon to Shannon. Well, Shannon, I'm surprised I didn't think about showing you a pelican in the wild. I'm sure you've seen a pelican in the wild in Australia, haven't you? Hey, stupid question. Are pelicans in other parts of the world? I'm sure they are, aren't they? I have no idea. So, Debbie Sue, you're laughing at when I said the pelican pooped and then did a shake your tail feather? All right, guys, we're going to turn around. Say goodbye to the pelican. Bye-bye, pelican. All right, yeah, that was a stupid question. Well, not a stupid question. I'm curious, guys. Are pelicans in other parts of the world? I can't say I've ever seen a pelican in another part of the world. Flamingos, yes, but we don't have flamingos here. So, a few of you guys know that I'm planning a trip to Africa, and I have been a little bit, well, what would I say, frustrated, because the style of way I travel is, to my mum's disgust, is I like to solo travel. I like to travel locally, I like to catch the local buses and trains, and I like to kind of figure it out myself. A lot of the times, remember the old Lonely Planets? They still exist. But this time, these days you just, have to Google it online and you can check it out or buy a book. But so for example, I went to Indonesia a couple of months, or start of the year, and I caught up with one of our YouTube friends, Paul, in Bali. But then I spent 2 weeks, I went to the island of Flores and went looking for the Komodo dragons. And I also went to the island of the Gili T Islands, the Gili Islands they're called them, Gili T, Gili Meno, Gili Air. And I did that by myself. I just, worked out the timetables of the buses and stuff on the trains, not trains, the ferries, and, you got to organise transfers, and do you catch the local bus or do you pay for a private transfer? Anyway, you don't have to hire tours for that stuff, right? You can just do that by yourself. And that's what I did. But there's another place. There's also organised tours, right? You can do an organised tour of Indonesia. And someone organises that for you to take the hassle out of it. So, in Africa, I am doing an organised tour with some friends. But I've decided to stay a little bit longer and do a little bit more of Africa. And do you think I could try to organise that myself? It's very difficult. Look, it's not that hard if you've got lots of money. No problems. But because I'm trying to do it myself, and I wanted to also see the mountain gorillas, it is really difficult. And Africa is quite a big country. If you haven't looked on the map, it's quite big. It's like a little bit like Australia, very vast in between cities. It's not like, you can just catch a local bus. Well, you can, some places you can, but we're talking 24 hours on a local bus. I'm up for the challenge. I've done it before in Asia, but Africa's a different kind of place. So I've had some friends that have gone and they've done overland tracks. So basically they go on a tour with a tour bus. They're special 4-wheel drive trucks. Anyway, where this is heading is that Dora has actually found a overland company, and it was important for me to use an African company. There was an option to do a company that is not African. It's like based all around the world, which means that the money doesn't go to the African people. And it was important for me to spend my money in Africa. So anyway, I found a company. I think I'm pretty much nearly ready to pay for it. The dates exactly line up with the dates that I need. And it gives me the option of having a week and a half with my friend Jazz. So I'm really excited about that, because I was trying to figure out how I can make all this happen. See the gorillas, do a bit of, tracking around. Ooh, what was that? Tracking around Kenya. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I would say that's like volcanic glass. I'm going to pick that up and put that in my pocket. So anyway, moral of my story is, hey, Philip, how are you going? Oh, trolls, go away. So yeah. So anyway, I'm excited. It has been a very frustrating last week of mine trying to figure out XYZ. So I think I figured it out. And I'm excited with my choice, or my finding, should I say. So stay tuned. Actually, no, maybe not stay tuned, because in Africa, I can't be online like I am here. So, yeah, I don't think you'll see me live very often in Africa. And you're probably not going to see much content from me either, because I'll be, tripping around. And I'm going to be honest, when I'm tripping around, I don't sit down very often to make it a YouTube video. But who knows? Who knows what will happen? I always point out this weird house here. It's beautiful from London. Hey, Wayne, another Wayne. Hey, Wayne from London. What's your weather like in London at the moment, Wayne? And how are you this morning, Philip? Susan's just said that there's a big storm happening in where she is. It's been raining for 24 hours. So in Melbourne, what's it like for you, Philip? So our friend Shanster has been giving us footage of her trip to Australia and the Pacific Islands. Oh my goodness, I still haven't watched that genocide video. So I've saved in my little save list. Yes. So Shanster's Travels went to Africa a couple of months ago. So now she's going to start giving us footage and videos of Africa. I'm excited for that, Shannon. I love your videos. Hey, Shannon, on a personal note, I saw that you're ready for summer. So when I met Shanster, when Shanster was in Australia, we met up for a day of adventuring. Shannon was telling me how she loves summer and getting her backyard all, ready for summer barbecues and pool parties. So anyway, I was looking at Shannon's personal page yesterday and I see Shannon. She has got her backyard looking smick. The barbecues are coming, the pool parties are coming, and looks great, Shannon. I wish we lived closer, that I could come visit and be invited to a pool party. Just saying. Hey Rhonda, how you going, mate? Congratulations on 3 years on YouTube. That's a big feat, right? I'm feeling okay. I wish the weather was warmer. Philip says, yeah, I bet you do. So Wayne from London said, last week it was so hot. This week is cool. Yeah, you've got really weird weather. So Wayne from London, have you been to Australia before? Are you familiar with Melbourne? We have jokes about Melbourne, that Melbourne has like the 4 seasons in one day. It can be like beautiful and stinking hot one moment, then pissing down with rain the next. Snow can come in the next moment, and then back to, some sun. Where I am in Queensland, it's a little bit different. We call Queensland the Sunshine State, so all our number plates actually have the Sunshine State on it, because it's pretty much sunshine most days. Though I have been dribbling a little bit lately saying how it has been overcast. And I'll be honest, this morning I woke up thinking it was going to be overcast. Look at the bloody weather. This is the middle of winter. And we saw a sunrise and it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful sunrise. So I'm here most mornings doing a sunrise walk. I will be back tomorrow morning. And for the person said that they weren't interested in my chat, yep, I'll be talking the same shit just for you. I'm very sarcastic. And personally, I love trolls, but I know people in the chat don't love it. So that's why I made a couple people a moderator, just in case there's a few people that say, nasty things. I personally don't care about nasty things to myself. Look at me. Oh, sorry. Let's walk through here. I mean, you can give me shit all you like. I'm sweating, guys. You can pick on me all you like. I don't really care. But when you start picking on my friends in the chat, that's not very nice, guys. I'm just saying. I can take it.
Sticks and stones will break your bones, but nails will never hurt you. And I figure that trolls have got nothing better to do, so I just ignore them. But I understand that people in the chat do get a little bit annoyed with it. So that's why I do realise that I'll make a couple more people moderators, because it shouldn't just be on Debbie Suter, get rid of all the idiots. So don't be an idiot. Be nice. Be nice. How's your weather in Texas at the moment, Rhonda? Is it quite warm? I am actually sweating up the storm under my jacket right now. I think I've been walking quite fast, guys. It's not a bad thing. I did say that I was going to action to it today. I only had a short time to do my walk. So I have to start work half an hour earlier. Go me. I'm proud of me, guys. So I'll be back tomorrow morning. Same time, same beach. If you find that boring, don't bother coming back. But if you don't find it boring, come back. Come say hello. Hello, nice people. Well, Debbie Sue's a nice person. I might not be nice to you. I might ignore you. So this is Redcliffe in Redcliffe Peninsula in the Moreton Bay region. We're about 30 minutes away from Brisbane. It's a beautiful, beautiful little town. Not a little town, about 30,000 people live here now. Probably more, to be honest. I always have to wash my feet because Dora has sand all in the car, though there is sand all through it anyway. Go figure. Oh. It's got one of those metal detectors. You see a lot of those guys on the beach here. Whew. All right, guys. This is when I say see you later. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, I didn't drop my beanie. Oh my gosh, it's warm. It's working up to be a nice day here in southeast Queensland. It's 7. I wanted to get home early to get ready to go to work half an hour early. And we've done that, guys. Sweat. Water. That's what I haven't had. Water. So, guys, thanks for joining today. Doing good. Thanks. It's a big accomplishment. Yeah, no, honestly, Rhonda, 3 years on YouTube is a big deal. So many people give up. So many people give up. I mean, let's face it. I'm sure you've decided, thought even at times you want to give up. I've given it, like, going, oh, this is just too hard. YouTube's not easy. And I think it makes it really special when we get to have friends here. And okay, I'll put the phone down, guys. We make friends here, and just give me a second. I think what the key here on YouTube for me personally, and I'm sure you're going to say the same, Rhonda, is the friends you made here. Like, I know that Rhonda's videos are about self-help, and not self-help, about really finding a counsellor that can help you with your issues if you have some issues or some things you want to talk through. Rhonda is a qualified counsellor. That's what she does for a living. But her channel is about thinking about some of the things that can help you. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I talked to yesterday about on my live stream that you gave me a tip one day about writing down some of your worries, and it really worked. Um, yeah, so there's a lot of value in your channel, Rhonda. And what my point was, like, your channel's about, self-help, counseling, improving your life. Nothing to do with like what I do. Like I do adventures and hiking and travels, walking on the beach kind of stuff. We might not have anything in common, but technically different channels. But we do have so much in common, because I think I'm a woman of a certain age, and what you're teaching is really valuable. And maybe from my channel you get a different aspect. You've never been to Australia, you get to see a bit of Australia or a bit of other countries that you've never thought of going, kind of thing. So there is something in everyone's channel, and when you spend the time to get to know someone, I think it's really, really beautiful. And I think that's what we've done on YouTube between some of our friends here, is we've got to know each other, and we might not have seen each other personally, like face to face, but we've done live streams. Like I've done a live stream with Rhonda. Rhonda is great value. um, and yeah, like I just think it's really beautiful, and I think that makes us stay here. I don't think that was the purpose of me coming to YouTube, was to make friends. Not at all. I didn't think that. I thought you come to YouTube, you post a video, and you go viral. That's what I did think, guys. I did think that. That's what I thought happened here. Apparently it doesn't happen, guys. Just saying. The most viral I've got is one of my long form videos got 980 views. That was a shock. That was amazing to watch. But the reality is that I've come to YouTube and I've made friends, and I think that's beautiful. So if you're one of my friends here, thank you very much. I appreciate you, and yeah, I do. I really appreciate you. Even I'm bringing this is about Rhonda. Rhonda has been on YouTube for 3 years, and I think that's how she's done it, is because she's made friends. Because I don't think without friends you'd still be here, Rhonda. I'd love to hear that answer. Debbie Sue's been on here for 1 year, and I reckon Debbie Sue wouldn't be here 1 year later if she hadn't made the friends she's made. I personally think that I've been here for about, I think, nearly 2.5, coming up to 3 years actually. In January would be 3 years for me. So 2.5 years, and I don't think I would have been here without you guys. So thank you. Kathleen's there. Hey Kathleen, how you going? Sorry, I just caught you. I'm about to go anyway, guys. Rhonda's got here. I have one video that I considered viral. I got 4K views in 2 days. Wow. Philip. Debbie Sue was awesome. She is awesome. Anyway, guys, you are all awesome. Just saying. It is about the community and the friends I have. Exactly, Rhonda. Well, on that note, I love that. Have an awesome day. Is there anyone else going live that you all want to go to their live stream? Because you guys can go check them out. Because I'm going. I've got to go. Want to share where they're all heading to? Is there someone going live right now? You guys can all head over there. I've still managed to get sand all over my feet. Not even wash them. Just a quick show you something, guys. I've been talking about my trellis of tomatoes, and last week I planted a whole lot of tomatoes on its angle. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. I've got no more time, but they're starting to grow. They're starting to grow. In about 3 weeks, I'll be this high, and then there'll be tomatoes everywhere over this trellis. Oops. As you see, guys, it's still very raw under here. Oh, really? So there you go. Debbie Sue, this is the same thing. She would have checked out ages ago. Say hello to the chickens. Bark, 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 bark. Hello, chickens. Say hello, YouTube. That is Big Bertha, or formerly known as Bitch. She's a bitch. And that's Little Orange. I love Little Orange. But that chicken, Big Bertha, is a bully. You're a bully. Guys, Diego has been busy. He has built a trellis, not a trellis, a trench a retaining wall, so to speak. And we have a fence to get the chickens out of our area. Hey, chickens. All right, stop talking, Dora. I've got to go. Guys, see you later. Who's going live? Anyone going live? Kathleen going live? Anyone want to go to Kathleen? All right, I've got to go, guys. See ya. Bye.